In his cage at the shelter, even Cosmo seems to know that this is not where he is meant to be.
Is that you? Yeah, it is you. I recognize you from the picture. What are you doing in there? I heard your family dumped you off in here. Well, guess what? Your time has run out in here, because I'm getting you out of here. Here, try it on.
Brandon brings Cosmo to Lucky Dog Ranch, where he gives him his red training collar.
Perfect fit. Come on, let's go meet the pack.
And then introduces him to his new housemates.
Hold on, back off, everybody. Back off, back off, back off.
All of whom are very eager to welcome Cosmo.
All right, make him feel welcome. A warm welcome. I know, it's exciting. I'm excited too. Go on, make friends, all right. That didn't take long. Welcome to the Lucky Dog Ranch.
In Rancho Cucamonga, California, there's another family that might be just as happy to meet the Yorkie mix.
My name is Zachary, and I am a school teacher for a continuation high school in San Dimas. I have 2 lovely children and a wonderful wife.
Gigi is 13 and Tanner is 10.
I grew up with dogs, and my wife and I had several dogs prior to having children. So we're both dog lovers, and we've been sort of waiting for the right opportunity to get a dog in our lives.
Kids are busy with school and sports. We do basketball and soccer, baseball too.
We're gonna definitely try to include our dog in as many activities as we can, like camping and things like that.
I know that we really want a dog, so we really want to put in the effort to make sure that it feels at home and is a member of our family.
I think the main point is to just be a family to the dog, to make it feel home.
Come on.
At Cosmo's current temporary home at the ranch, Brandon gets to work assessing what the little guy can do and what behaviors he might need to learn.
Today I'll be doing Cosmo's assessment of his knowledge of the 7 common commands, which are sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, and no. So I hop him up to the training platform and I ask him to sit. Can you sit? Oh my gosh, look at that. You're kind of apprehensive, aren't you? He gives me a nice, slow sit, so we're off to a nice, slow start. And from there, I ask him to go down. Do you know what down? Yeah, kinda? Not really, huh? And he had not a clue what I was talking about. Can you stay? Can you stay? So I asked him to stay, and he gives me a big confused look, and he walks right to me. How about a no? How about a no? The no command he had absolutely no respect for at all. You know a no? No? Yeah. So we have a lot of work to do there. The one thing I did notice about him when I was assessing him is he's very jumpy. He seems to be very apprehensive. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. And if I see it getting worse, I'm gonna have to do some testing here.
However, Brandon is remaining positive and focusing on Cosmo's potential future.
Today I'll be doing a home visit of the Gross family to see if they're a good match for Cosmo.
Oh, hi,
Hey,
Brandon.
how are ya?
Hi, come on in.
What are you guys doing?
Good, good.
What do you all do as a family on the weekends?
Usually the weekends are hectic, running the kids back and forth with their sports. We play basketball, baseball, soccer. We like to be out and about and doing things outside. We like to camp. We have tents that we go camping in.
So we'd love to have a dog that can go with us.
Let me stop you right there. Have you ever taken a dog camping?
No.
I have not.
It sounds so simple, but camping offers a lot of elements that a dog is not
Sure.
used to. You've got tons of food, a lot of it sitting on the ground. You have wide open space. You have wildlife. And last, and certainly not least, there's fire. If a dog has never been exposed to fire and they get near it and make the wrong move, it can be traumatic. So after hearing this, I have a lot of work to do on Cosmo. What about you two? What kind of dog do you want?
A small kind of lap dog, but also that's playful.
What kind of stuff do you want to do with them?
Just play around every day, play with the ball.
Active dog. Yeah.
I really think that it's important for kids to have pets to connect with. We've tried to do with the fish and with turtles, but it was never quite the same as what we really wanted. We needed that emotional attachment that only another member of your family, like a dog, could really provide.
Yeah. Before I left, Zach went ahead and showed me the backyard just to make sure everything was secure and safe for Cosmo.
So,
Looking around, it was obvious to me that this space, with mulch on the ground instead of turf and all the overgrowth, was not exactly dog-friendly. I was gonna have to reach out to a landscape specialist who could get that yard in shape.
Sounds great, Brandon.
Good talking to you.
You too.
Back at the ranch, Brandon's bigger concern is that Cosmo seems to be both hand-shy and foot-wary.
From the day Cosmo got here, he's always on guard. It appears as if something happened in the past. So right now, I'll be doing an abuse test on Cosmo. The way I do an abuse test, it's very simple. All I do is I mimic somebody who is going to hit a dog. If a dog was never physically abused, they really don't react with more than a light squint. Okay, all right, come here. I get it. Come here. If Cosmo was never hit, he wouldn't react that way. I had to know. Now I know. This right here, it tells me everything about his past. And it'll definitely change the way I'll be training him. That's enough for the day. Come on. Give me a sit. Give me a sit. Good.
Although Brandon is teaching Cosmo obedience, his greater focus right now is on building the dog's trust.
It's pretty apparent he was abused, and because of this, he's a very jumpy, reactive dog. I have to teach him that the world's not out to get him, and the way I gotta do that is condition him around a lot of people. So today I'll be working him in a senior living home with everyone who lives there. It was like a whole new world for Cosmo. And people are walking by him left and right. People in wheelchairs, people with walkers. He's seeing that no one here is a threat. He's also having people lean down and reach in to pet him. By the time we left there, Cosmo learned a powerful lesson. He still might not trust the world completely, but at least today, it was a good start.
Brandon must now prepare him for another kind of outdoor experience.
Since Cosmo's new family expressed a lot of interest in taking him on their camping trips, Cosmo will need to learn the basic fundamentals on all the elements of what a camping trip entails. So I went ahead and set up a version of a campsite in the backyard, which included a tent, lots of food, open space, and fire.
To train Cosmo to resist food low on the ground, Brandon relies on the dog's understanding of the no command, but with one key difference.
The trickiest part of this situation here is I cannot reward him for respecting the command. And the main reason why is because he will learn that if he begs, he will get a treat. Nope. And this right here will teach him a bad habit. So he has to understand no means no, and that's it. He just has to understand this is a basic rule of life that he has to respect. So to go ahead and take his mind off my food, I go ahead and give him a bully stick. This is what dogs get. This side is what humans have. Next, it was time to teach him something that could potentially save his life. Every campsite has a fire, and a dog has to understand to not only stay out of the fire, but they have to stay at least a few feet away from it. Good, you stay away from that, perfect. I'm watching his every move, making sure he doesn't accidentally make a wrong move.
If Cosmo can't be trusted around fire, it could undermine his whole adoption.
But Cosmo stayed several feet back, which is exactly what I want him to do. I'm convinced now that he can at least hold his own when the time comes. You know what I think it's time for?
Proving himself trustworthy, obedient, and brave, this little camper earns his green graduation collar.
I think you have earned it, my friend. Come here. It's been a long road for Cosmo. And today is a big day for him. It's the day he gets to meet his new forever family. Zach answered the door, and I instantly told him to shush, because I wanted to make this a big surprise for his wife and his kids. So we tiptoed through the house and surprised them. Room for one more?
Oh, hey.
Or two more?
Hello.
And they were definitely surprised.
Cosmo! Oh my goodness! Yay!
At first, I didn't really understand what was going on. I just kind of looked over and I was like, is that our dog right there?
Let's put him right here.
Oh my goodness!
Look at our dog.
Oh, hi Cosmo.
I had to have a heart-to-heart talk with the family and explain to them about Cosmo's history. He was abused. He was hit.
I was very surprised to hear Brandon talk about Cosmo's past and a little saddened.
He's very hand shy. He's very reactive. You're gonna notice he's jumpy around feet.
Is there anything specific we need to do?
Your only job at this point is just to give him what he needs in life. And right now, it's basically love. Just be a good family to him.
Well, we can do that.
We're happy that we were able to save him and that we'll be able to be a little more cautious of what he went through. So I think we'll be able to love him the way he would like to.
Come here. I know.
Yes, he is.
Go to your
He's a
family.
cutie pie.
Yay,
Go ahead, Tanner. Got him?
Yes.
All right. Yay, Cosmo.
Take care. All right, guys.
Bye,
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, there you are. There you are. Hi, hi. Oh, look at you. You're a cotton ball.
You're adorable. I'm already sold.
Let me in. Okay, here, let me sit down. You can jump all over me. Wait a You're just a lap dog. Through and through. And you're very sweet. And you know what? Get your ticket out of here. Come on. All right, come on.
At Lucky Dog Ranch, Brandon gives Lolly her red training collar
There. Perfect fit. It's your official wardrobe. Come on.
and takes her to meet the pack.
All right, back up. Let me in. 1, 2, 3. I know. Say hi. Let me get the leash off and you guys can go crazy. There. Go play. Welcome to the Lucky Dog Ranch.
Bounding around with her new friends, it's clear that Lolly has been missing companionship in her life. And she's not the only one.
I'm Mary, and I live in Rancho Mirage, California, and I've been a widow now for 13 years, and I just don't like coming home to nothing, no movement, nobody in the house, and somebody to love. I live in a high-rise with a lot of people that are my age. This is a 55 and over community. I see them going for walks with their dogs in the evening, and I think, oh, I'd be glad to do that. And I want one that just wants to be loved. I don't want an active dog that has to be in and out and running around all the time, but somebody that'll be company, sit with me at night when I'm watching TV, and be with me when I put her to bed at night, like when I go to bed.
Back at the ranch, it's time for Brandon to determine what kind of companion Lolly might already be.
Today I'll be doing Lolly's assessment of her knowledge of the 7 common commands, which are sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, and no.
Come on. Get up there. Get up there.
The first thing I asked her to do was sit.
Sit.
And she gives me a perfect sit.
That's a sit. Perfect.
Off to a great start. Then everything starts unfolding terribly. I asked her to stay.
Stay. 50-50.
Her come was okay at best.
Do you care, or are you just walking to me because I have a treat in my hand?
I put a treat in front of her and told her no.
No.
And she was like, yeah, right. The most surprising thing of all was her heel was actually not too bad. She wasn't perfect at it, but she wasn't too much of a puller, so it gives me a great foundation to start with.
And then we turn and heel. Nice and smooth, operator.
On top of all this, she is a jumper. Anytime I ask her to do anything, she wants to jump, period. She's like a circus dog.
I didn't ask for you to jump.
I will give her a C-. So it's time to start training her.
Yeah, you're all over the place, but not bad overall. All right, come on, let's get to it.
So Brandon works with Lolly to train her in her apparent weak spots, focusing on the no,
No. Okay.
stay,
Stay.
and come commands.
Come. Good.
As training progresses, Brandon sees a future taking shape for the energetic Maltese. So now it's time for Brandon to check out just where that future may lie.
Today I'll be driving out to Rancho Mirage, California to pay a visit to Mary to see if she's a good match for Lolly.
Hello, Brandon. Come on in.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Mary's a widow, and she lost her husband some time ago. She's felt a major void in her life ever since then, even though she's very active.
I volunteer at the hospital. I volunteer at our local theater. I'm the pianist for our church every week. But you know, activity doesn't necessarily keep you from being lonely.
Yeah. She tells me that she's had a dog in the past, but she hasn't had one for about 25 years.
We had a little American Eskimo. She was very frisky. I think I'm a little old for very frisky. I like a calm dog that just likes to sit and be pet, but she's got a personality too.
What kind of activities would you want to be doing with your dog on a daily basis?
Well, I don't go away for more than, say, 4 hours a day. So I want a dog that'll be here when I'm here and take her for walks. I walk every day anyhow, and we have lovely grounds to walk on. I see people go out and walk their dogs at night, and it's nice to meet other people, particularly people with dogs.
She truly feels that a dog can benefit her in so many ways: emotional support, basic companionship, and also one thing that a lot of people never think about: the social bridge. She said she also travels a lot, and she'd love to take the dog with her.
Well, I have children in Minnesota, in North Carolina, in Montana, and they love to come visit, but I'm at the place now where when I want to go visit them, my dog's going to travel with me, and they're looking forward to that, and I am too.
So obviously the dog will not only have to be small enough to travel, but it'll have to be trained to traveling. I do have a dog that I rescued recently. She does sound like she fits the profile of everything you're looking for, but I'm just getting to know her, so I can't really give you an answer right now. She's definitely the size you want. She sounds like the personality. I do have a lot of training to do, and especially after some of the things you told me. On that note, I'm gonna head back to LA and keep working on her, and I'll be in touch.
Oh, thank you.
Really good talking to you. Lolly tends to have this bad little habit of wanting to stand on her hind legs every time I asked her to do anything. This is probably an old habit that was never solved when she was a puppy. Believe it or not, the best way to stop a bad habit like this is to teach them the bad habit on command. I do this through a process known as captured training. Captured training is basically training a dog to do something as they're doing it naturally. So in the case of Lolly, I'm gonna teach her to stand up on command.
So we're gonna capitalize on that.
The way I set this up is I place her on the training platform and I run the leash through the eye bowl. Now I have control. I have a makeshift pulley system.
Feet up, there you go.
So I take a treat in my hand and I automatically know that by looking at the treat, she's gonna be prone to standing up on her hind legs. So I beat her to the punch. I say, put your feet up. Naturally, she puts her feet up and I give her a reward while she's up there. I repeat this over and over.
Feet up. Good. Feet up. Perfect.
So now she understands that her feet in the air get her a treat. She needs to also understand that the opposite also gets her a treat, but she has to wait for the command.
Off. Perfect. Good. Off.
Now she has two commands she's hearing. She understands that both of them get her a reward when she does them on command. So now the foundation has been laid. It's time to take her off the training platform and put her on the grass with no leash at all.
Put your feet up. Good. Hold it for me. Hold it for me. Hold it for me. Good. Perfect.
In the end, she was responding to both commands every single time. Feet up and off. She now has an off command and a feet up.
With that work complete, it's time for Lolly to focus on another sort of business.
Mary has a patio, and I have to teach Lolly to go to the bathroom outside on that patio, but I have to teach her to go in one specific area. So what I'll be using is a little cut piece of artificial turf. And this will be the area that she'll be trained up to use the bathroom, and no matter where it is on the patio. But the big question is, how do I train a dog to use the bathroom on a very small piece of artificial turf when they're so conditioned to going on a very large yard? The answer is simple. I simply teach other dogs to go on it first. One dog at a time, I walk the dog over to the turf. It only takes that one dog to use the bathroom the first time. Once that first dog does it, every dog wants to mark over the next dog, and so on and so forth, until that piece of turf is now marked up. So now it's Lolly's turn. She wants to mark over all the rest of those dogs, which she does. The next step in the process is I take that piece of turf and now place it outside my sliding glass door. Now the turf is on concrete. When I walk her outside this time, she instantly recognizes that piece of turf because she already went on it down in the yard. So she goes ahead and squats right away, goes to the bathroom. I follow it up with a reward.
You get one of those. All right. All right, come on.
And the next day, I repeat the process, followed by the next day, and so on, until eventually, every time she sees that turf, she knows it's time to get busy.
That's a get busy. Okay, come on.
When I did my home visit of Mary, I realized that in her lobby she had an elevator going up to her floor. Even though Lolly is very well trained, she might not be okay with an elevator.
So Brandon and Lolly swing by a nearby apartment complex.
The only way to find out if any dog is okay with an elevator is simply walk them on and see how they respond to it. And that's exactly what I did with Lolly.
Come on, Lolly. Come on.
She walked right on that elevator, but the second that elevator started moving, she instantly buckled up. When I finally got her off the elevator, she definitely didn't want to get back on. The one thing I know about Lolly is that dog has an appetite. I can change Lolly's mind on just about anything with the right treat. So that's exactly what I do. I start walking her back into the elevator, and about a foot before the door, I take a treat and put it right in front of her, followed by another treat and another treat. It's not scary. Get in there. There you go. Good. Next thing you know, she's inside the elevator. Give me a sit. Perfect. As we go up and down the floors, I see she's becoming more content. So what I do is I press every single floor on that elevator. And one at a time, the doors open, we simply walk off and we walk back on. And as we do, I give her a treat. By the end, she really did not care about the movements of that elevator because she was now experienced of what was going to happen.
Having dealt with one unfamiliar form of transport, Lolly moves on to another.
When I did my home visit with Mary, she expressed a lot of interest in traveling with Lolly. So obviously Lolly will have to be comfortable in a travel carrier for long periods of time. The key to training a dog to a travel carrier is making sure they're comfortable inside, that they want to go in, and they like being in there for long periods of time. So I take a treat in my hand and show it to Lolly, and I simply throw it inside the travel carrier. She inches her way inside there, grabs a treat and backs right out. So I take the treat again, throw it inside the travel carrier, and this time she goes in a little faster, but once again, she quickly backs back out. Over and over again, I'm throwing treats inside there. I go around the back side of the carrier, and I unzip a little portion of it just so I can reach my hand in there.
Come get it. Good, good.
I call her into the back of the carrier, and I let her nibble on the treat for a while.
There you go. Good. All the way in. There you go. Good, good, good. Perfect.
From there, I simply reach my hand around and zip up the front end. She's not panicking, she's very comfortable with the situation. So from there, I simply pick up the travel carrier and quickly put it back down. Good, good. I see that she's very comfortable with the whole situation, and now I start walking around with her.
And we're walking. Where are we going?
The whole time, she's very content. She's comfortable in that new environment. Until eventually, I put her back down, open it up, she comes out, tail wagging and all.
We'd like to thank you for flying Lucky Dog Airways. Please come again. Good job. All right, come on.
There is one final step to the process, and this one's always tricky because you have to replicate a plane flight as closely as possible. Now, obviously, I can't make my vehicle go 600 miles an hour, but a dog in the back of a vehicle has no idea whether it's a vehicle or a plane because sometimes the elements of the road can be the same. When a plane hits turbulence, that could be like bumps on a road. When a vehicle accelerates quickly, it can slightly replicate a plane taking off. So I drive her around for a couple hours, getting her used to the movements, to the elements of being inside the travel carrier.
This is the ultimate test of Lolly's ability to handle the travel case. If she shows any sign of anxiety, then she may not be the right fit for Mary.
The last thing you want to do is get on the flight and your dog freaks out.
After reviewing footage of the drive, Brandon has his answer.
During the whole trip, she was comfortable the entire time. In fact, she slept most of it.
All right, come here, come here. Come here, here you go.
She's now travel carrier trained.
Enough traveling for one day.
Today's a big day for both Mary and Lolly. It's the day they finally get to form a new family. I decided to pull over on the side of the road so Lolly and I can get a view of the iconic windmills. And at that point, I decided that she definitely earned something.
In a perfect setting for the color that means go, Lolly receives her green graduation collar.
Mary and her daughter were both sitting under a tree near the lake, and I decided to sneak up behind them and surprise them.
Room for one more?
Oh!
Well, hello there.
Oh, hi, Brandon.
How are you? Room for us?
Sweetie, yes, absolutely.
It didn't take long for Lolly to jump right in Mary's lap, and they got acquainted pretty quickly.
Hi, are you Lolly?
Hi, Lolly.
Hi.
Oh, she was so darling. It was exactly what I was thinking, a little small white dog. I held her in my arms. How sweet is that? Look at all the place you have to run. Look at all the water you get to see and the birds you get to chase.
She's already impressed, trust me.
Is she?
Oh, yeah.
I let them finish having their moment, and then I decided to take Mary on a little walk and remind her what having a dog's all about.
Now go ahead and tell her to stay.
Stay.
Now when you're ready to call her, what I want you to do is say the word come and clap your hand.
Come.
There you go.
I showed Mary everything about working Lolly. It was a little rusty at first, which was to be expected, but she shook it off right away, and she showed me what she really knew.
Come on, Lolly.
And the best part was, along the walk, Mary and Lolly, they made a few new friends.
You can say
Look
hi.
what you got. Look. Peggy.
At that point, I'd seen all I needed to see, and I decided to say my goodbyes.
She's all yours.
Oh, Brandon, thank you so much.
I waited a long time to have somebody like this join my life, and it was even more fulfilling than I expected.
Mom will never be alone because she always has company now. I think this will be a great comfort for all of us.
We're gonna do it together, right, Lolly?
Mary and Lolly both lost something very close to them in life. Mary lost her husband, and Lolly, she lost her home. But now, united as a family, they can both begin new memories together as they travel down the road of life, giving each other emotional support, companionship, and most importantly, love.
From hopeless to a home, that's my mission. One dog at a time.